self. I was the most infected with this, I might say, jealousy of the spiritual master. At this visit to Los Angeles, things were going wrong. From ISKCON Press, which I was in charge of, the books were printed. Prabhupada's title was not properly put. It was just A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. His Divine Grace had been left out. And even one book, one of the Bhagavatam chapters just had A.C. Bhaktivedanta. Even the Swami was removed. I presented Prabhupada a book from ISKCON Press from Boston that we printed, and he opened the book and the binding just snapped right off. And this was in the temple when the formal presentation was made. When he went in the temple and he took the Charanamrita, and then he stopped and said, "It is salt." And then on the altar, they had placed the Acharya photos. I think it was Bhaktisiddhanta's photo was placed upside down. To cure me of my disobedience and jealousy, Prabhupada ordered me to take sannyas, and that sannyas would be a cure. Because I had to give up all my position. I was in charge of the press and the New York Temple. I mean, that had to all be given up. Sannyasa is purification. I had no choice in the matter. Prabhupada just came down the stairs and just stood over me as I was bowing down and said, "Tridandi Goswami Brahmananda Swami," and then walked out.
When we would come back through the alley, we would stop right beneath Prabhupada's room, in his window. And we would continue chanting there until Prabhupada came to the window, and traditionally he would wave. On one particular day, we were out there chanting, and Prabhupada looked out the window and waved, and then he told Karandar, he said, "Don't involve them in this." And he was speaking about the controversy that was going on with the sannyasis. He said, "Don't involve them in this, they're innocent."
I remember when Srila Prabhupada was getting ready to leave Los Angeles to go back to India, and he wasn't feeling well. And that's when Srila Prabhupada spoke to us for the first time about Vani and Vapu, how Vani is a much more intimate association with the spiritual master than just associating with his physical form, but being absorbed in both hearing and executing his instructions and his teachings links the disciple in a much more intimate way with the spiritual master, in an eternal way rather than a temporary way. So Srila Prabhupada spoke on that, and of course, it was very encouraging to hear it, but at the same time, it was very sad as we felt great separation.
Part of Prabhupada's leaving America, going back to India, is that there were the circumstances of myself and some others that were so offensive that Prabhupada wanted to leave. But another aspect is that he did not want to leave. And there's a conversation, it's in the conversations, Prabhupada talks about how Lord Dwarkadish wanted Prabhupada to go back to India. And Prabhupada didn't want to go. Prabhupada didn't want to go because his spiritual master had given him the Western world to preach in, and Prabhupada considered that his godbrothers, they were given India to preach in. So there was no need for him to be in India. And furthermore, that he had just gotten the Watsika Avenue facility, and he wanted to develop that as the world headquarters for the Hare Krishna movement. But in this conversation, Prabhupada says that Lord Dwarkadish ordered me to go. And he said I was talking with the deity. And I was arguing with Lord Dwarkadish that I don't want to go. And Lord Dwarkadish was commanding me to go, that I want you to go. And Prabhupada is saying, but I have this very nice temple and I want to develop it. And Lord Dwarkadish said, all right, I want you to go to India, that if you go to India, I will give you a